Happy Black Friday. I'm sure all of you guys are out there scrambling for gifts right now. Not me. Instead of spending my value, I'd rather give my value. So, today's topic. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, by the way. I hope all was well, and I hope you guys ate good, received all your food in good health, in Jesus' name. Um, Today's topic is going to be part two of It's Not That Bad. And what I mean, it's not that bad, I'm referring to just the world in general. And I'm only doing this video because the other day I got a little discouraged. But because I have the personality that I have, I refrain from soaking in all this negative energy. And what I'm getting at, or what I'm gonna get at today, scoot over a little bit to this thing. What I'm gonna get to you guys today is the fact that there are some people out there, and I will give you more so a family member of mine. I won't say who the person is to me or anything like that, but this person, and I love them dearly. But this person just, when I talk to this person, I lose it because they just have this whole persona of believing that shit is out here. I mean, shit out here is really bad. Like, they really highly believe it, and like they were literally talking about, I wish God would come back and just go ahead and do what he gonna do with the world and just rapture up people, blah 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 blah. And I had to think to myself, you ain't ready for all of that. You're not ready for all of that. I don't think none of us is ready for all of that. Everybody say they want something until it happens, and then when it happens, they're like, oh shit. Like, they're not ready. So what I'm gonna share with you, because this is probably where a lot of people's mental health starts kicking into play. So part two of this, it's not that bad. I have 3 points. And my first point, you gotta find something to believe in. And what I think happens, because obviously I'll start with this. A lot of people start getting like, oh, here he goes. He's getting ready to preach. He's getting ready to get into the whole God thing. And I'm not going to go into that at all. Not at all. I'm not going to go into the whole God thing because a lot of people don't believe in God. And that's just facts. So I'll just tell you this. If you believe in God, continue to believe in God. If you believe in a rock, go ahead and continue to believe in your rock. If you believe in your kids, continue to believe in your kids. If you believe in your grandkids, continue to believe in your grandkids. If you believe in your nieces, your nephews, your spouse, whoever, your parents, believe in that. That's your goal. That's your motivation. That's the real. Because a lot of times people forget what they believe in. Like, let me just give you an example. So it was a time period where I was at my darkest point and where I thought about doing something nasty to myself. So by me saying that, that goes to show you how dark I felt about the world. But here's the thing. I actually didn't feel nothing about the world. I didn't have no good or bad about the world. I just felt bad about myself. Now, I had a family member, and this family member is the same family member I'm referring to, had the nerve to feel like, don't you ever feel like you need to do that, because I told them eventually that I thought about that action, and they were like, Don't you dare do that. You better talk to somebody. Who? You? You? Talk to you with your negativity and your not believing in the world and believing in the highlights of great things and stuff. And you know, this person, you know, is literally stepping on their own toes right now. So here's the thing. You got to find something to believe in. And excuse me. Um, Not everybody's gonna have your best interest at heart, so you got to find what's in your best interest for you and what keeps you alive and what keeps you surviving. Because everybody's not gonna believe, you know, the same thing you believe, and everybody's not gonna, you know, tell you what you need to hear. So find something to believe in. And if it's the right person that's giving you, you know, the game, then that's the person you should be believing in, or at least following, or trying to get an understanding of. And this kind of goes back to my video I did the other day about, you know, who you follow on social media, your gurus, or your, you know, if you're following a whole bunch of people and you're not growing with them, they're not growing, you're not growing, you need to find another collective set of mentors to follow, or just one mentor to follow that's doing something that's going to provide you some value and keep you alive. Number 2, you have to find some business to mind or mind. So what I mean is, you need to either mind your own business about what's going on in the world and stay the course with your own world, and you need to find you some business to mind that'll get you propelling forward, as opposed to just sitting and worrying about somebody else's business. Now, I know that's hard for a lot of people because everybody's on social media trying to be in everybody else's gossip and everybody else's drama and stuff. Mind your own business. And then after you mind your own business, mind you some business. That's real. That's a bar, I'm sure. So find you some business to mind. If you got a lot of say-so about what's going on in the world, you might probably need to write you a book and tell all the things that you believe about the world and how you can make it better, or what you think could be the answer to make it better. I mean, I don't know. Just find something. You know, don't sit up here and project all your ills about the world, but you're not trying to make it any better. All you're doing is kind of soaking in it and sobbing in it and dwelling in it, and you basically you push all that toxicity on other people. So if you're gonna do something, take a negative and turn it into a positive is the best way I can just stir that up and spin it to you. Take a negative and turn it into a positive. And number 3, you can't save everybody. You just got to believe you can't save everybody. See, a lot of people's problem with believing that the world is that bad is the world is bad is because they think they can save everybody, and you can't. You can't. I mean, I'm on here right now. It's my job to save one person at a time. And again, this is even with me saying that I'm not a coach or a counsel or a mentor or anything. This is just me saying I'm trying to sell your perspective. I'm just trying to help you see different in the world, so that way you can propel forward and get to whatever step you need to get to make your life better. I mean, I'm not going to say I have all your answers. I might have some of your answers. But at the end of the day, I can't save everybody. Neither can you. None of us is God. And again, I'm bringing up God, you know, and I know a lot of people don't believe in God, but that's fine. For those who do believe in God, know that he gonna do what he gonna do when it's time. But far as those that who don't believe in God, just can't save everybody. There's other people for everybody to mentor and save, and quit trying to be everybody's counsel. Quit trying to be everybody's answer. You know, a lot of people will get on social media like they experts and try to solve everybody else's problem when they got their own problems and stuff. And I mean, and obviously that could be considered what I'm doing, but here's the thing. I'm not getting in people's comments and just spinning all the answers to people like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, you should do that. It's like, well, why don't if it was brought back to me and someone would say, well, you should start you a podcast and do what it is that you do in the right light, so that way, and if people care to listen to you, they'll listen to you, and then boom, there you go. Not to say that that's how I got my I ain't gonna say a podcast, but my channel. That ain't how I got it. I just got it on my own, but that's how I would look at it. That's how I would, spin it to you. Is like, you can't save everybody, and if you over here trying to be everybody's answer, and a lot of times people get on social media and when they getting in the comments and stuff, they're using the wrong words, the wrong wording for people and stuff. They'll get on there and just start going saying all these ugly words and trying to like, push people's hot buttons and stuff. And it's like, yo, don't get on here with that negativity. If you got something to say, just say it, and say it, articulate yourself better. Articulate yourself better. Make sure you're saying, good keywords, and they got ChatGPT for these kind of things. Get on there, get on before you even get on social media. Start, because some people just go right to it, and it's like, instead of just think about what you're about to say, maybe say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it in an ill way. How can I say this in a nicer way? Gemini or Google or ChatGPT, whatever, and then they'll spin it for you, and you can get on there and put that, and you would have said it in a positive way as opposed to a negative way. So again, recap. Find somebody or something to believe in. Learn how to mind your business, or find your business to mind. And then you can't save everybody. That's it. Happy Black Friday. This is Rel. I'm out. Peace.